for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff. But
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Man, I just bust out my new perfect time, man. All the they stay shining. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rashad Milligan. This is the road to 5K subs. If you are new to the channel, man, what can I say? This was one of the days, I'm not even gonna hold you, that like I probably would have been like, oh, I'll stream tomorrow. It's not really much going on today, but for the sake of consistency and the algorithm, I am streaming today. So can I get a W consistency in the chat? With that being said, you guys seen the title. You guys already know what we are starting off with. First, I have to always give my disclaimers. The disclaimer on this one is I don't really talk about Coach on this channel or make him like the headline of the channel or the title of a video on the channel or anything like that. I just don't do it. So, but for the sake of consistency and posting every day, this is one of the biggest stories of the day. And so I want to say, what do I want to say? I haven't spoken to Coach one-on-one since 2021. So don't think this is some inside intel that I'm giving here, because this is not that. But yeah. With that being said, let me get to it. All right. So I'm looking at the draft order for the first time. Okay, so Titans number 1, we knew that. Cleveland number 2, okay. The Giants number 3. Patriots number 4. Jags number 5. Number 6, Raiders. Number 7, Jets. Number 8, Panthers. Number 9, Aints. Number 10, Bears. Number 11, 49ers. Number 12, Cowboys are always all the way down at pick number 12. And this is important because I don't believe, and Deion himself has said, he's not leaving unless both of his sons are on the same team. Now, Shiloh can pretty much, you could will him anywhere that Shedeur gets drafted. Shedeur is the one that's like, oh, how are we going to get him? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what type of package that Dallas can put together to trade up to, say, a top 3 pick to get Shedeur. I think with the Titans getting number 1, with Tennessee getting number 1, I don't know if it's certainly like just a lock that they're going to get a quarterback. The Browns, same thing. You have I think Watson suffered another injury. They said this one might be career threatening. So, he's dealing with that. But at the same time, you see a rumor that they're, looking at Kirk Cousins. And now it's like, do you still need a quarterback? You got Jameis Winston this season. He's in my opinion, one of the better backup quarterbacks in the league. I don't know necessarily if you're just fiending for another attempt at a franchise quarterback. Be nice to have someone like a Baker Mayfield, wouldn't it? But yeah, and then it's also looking like, okay, Myles Garrett might be gone this. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many question marks with the Browns. I don't know if it's just a lock to say they're going to draft a quarterback. Number 3, the Giants. This is where a lot of people are saying that, Shedeur's going to go. So if the Giants are okay with I don't know if the Giants are going to give up that pick to the Cowboys, to a divisional rival, to draft Shedeur. I don't know if that's going to happen. So they're going to have to talk to Tennessee or Cleveland. They're going to have to talk to Tennessee or Cleveland to get this thing done. Do you have to trade Micah Parsons to move up to a top 2 pick? I don't know. I feel like he's the guy with the most value on the team. He's the guy with the biggest name. Maybe Diggs, Trayvon Diggs. Like, those are the 2 biggest names on the team. You might have to give up one of those guys to get into the top 2. I don't know, Cowboys fans, NFL people, if you know any like specific deals that is going to get you up in the top 2, let me know. Like, is it just trading away the rest of this year's and next year's draft to get Shedeur? Because like I said, once you get Shedeur, like Shiloh should be kind of and that's no disrespect to Shiloh. Like, he's going to the NFL. That's a great accomplishment, a great feat and stuff like that. But I think Shiloh is someone you can get in later rounds. You can even, get off a waiver wire or like a practice squad or something like that. Like, you'll be able to get Shiloh wherever he gets Shedeur. But yeah, Shador is someone that you're like vying for. I don't think Deion takes a job with the Cowboys or an NFL job period before he knows where they're drafting. And before they draft, for sure, sign dotted on the line, Shador. The reason about all of this, where I even had any doubts about Deion returning to Colorado next year, just stemmed from like his entire coaching background. Deion got into coaching purely for his sons. Like he started like coaching his sons in little league and stuff like that, pee wee football, and all the camps that he was doing for the kids growing up in Dallas and Texas and Florida and Atlanta, Georgia. Just doing all throughout the South. All of that started from coaching his kids. And so like when it came to by the way, you have 0 viewers. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Joanne Dibben. So yeah. So it all came from coaching his kids. So for him to, I just see that's the only way that it's gonna happen, man, is from like him continuing to coach his kids, because that's why he got into coaching in the first place. I don't see him making that leap into the NFL without that. So there's that I wanted to say about that. What was the other thing that I wanted to say? That's pretty much it. The Raiders, they said the Raiders have no interest in him. That was a report from the Pro Football Report. Now, this I have I heard a little birdie in the ear told me something from the Raiders directly. Yeah, they echoed the same sentiments and stuff like that. I think the Raiders as an organization don't have much interest in bringing in Deion as a coach, as the head coach. However, there is one person who is now a new part-time owner of the franchise, who is very interested in bringing on the entire Deion and Shador and Shiloh's experience, because he's worked with Shador throughout his life coming up and stuff like that, and he's just very close with the family. That is one of the new part owners with the Las Vegas Raiders and stuff like that. And yeah, he's very interested in that. So it's like the franchise and everybody else, they're not the most interested and hyped for the idea of it, but this guy is, and I'll leave it at that. So there's that in terms of Deion going to the NFL next year. I think, like I said, I think it really just depends on when you're drafting, where you're drafting and stuff like that. And after the draft, who did you get? Did you get Shador? And did you get Shiloh, or could you get Shiloh? I think that's what it depends on. So yeah, that's what I think about him going to the Cowboys, and what is it going to take to get him to the Cowboys.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.